Alright everybody, welcome back to Workhouse Customs. Today's video, we pulled out the old Sportster. That's the 96 Sportster 1200. Very custom. Today I'm going to be giving a new carburetor a try. We've got the new intake carburetor. We've actually got a brake line. We're going to go ahead and replace the old one on there. Got a few things I'm going to do to the carburetor. I'm going to put this adjustment screw on it so it's easier to adjust. I've got to change the jets in the new carburetor. We'll try to put all the information here in the video. I'm not being sponsored or paid, so I'm not going to go ahead and put the links in right now, but if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Alright, let's go ahead and start disassembling this thing. Okay, so we got the air filter, the intake off. Got the bolts out to go ahead and remove the carburetor, but unfortunately this thing is full of gas. I'm going to go ahead and take this gas line off now and let it drain out. Then we'll get right back to you for the next step. Well, that wasn't so bad. There really wasn't that much gas in the line because I've had the shut off on the off position, so we didn't get flooded this time. But we're fixing to pull this carburetor off, and I know the bowl is probably full of gas, so let's go ahead and get into it and see what happens. Okay, so this is the inside of the bowl of the old carburetor, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing there. If you can't really see it on the camera, that is looks to be a little bit of rust laying in the bottom. There are some bigger chunks down in there. Alright, let's get into it. We're going to have to flush out the gas tank. Alright, so here we are with the new carburetor. This one here came with a 170 main jet and a 45 pilot jet, which I already know from trial and error that's just not enough for the Sportster. So I'm going with the 200 main and the 60 pilot. We're also going to go ahead and install this air idle mixture screw. It just makes it a lot easier to tune when the carburetor's on the bike. It'll just replace that screw right up in there. I don't know if you've ever tried to adjust one of these carburetors while it was running. It's kind of hard to get in there with the little screwdriver and turn it. This is going to make life so much easier. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get to that now. Alright guys, so the pilot jet that I had went in there no problems, but the main jet that I have, the oversized jet, is just a little bit too big. It will not just screw into there. So we're going to have to go ahead and take this out. Lucky for me, I've got a whole box full of spare parts. We're going to replace it with this one here that will accept the oversized jet. That gets in there tight, not over tight though. I have broken these before. And that, in case you didn't know, was the sound of my Alexa going off, telling me that I probably have my next order in, which would be the intake, so I could finish this project. Doesn't need to be super tight, guys. Just needs to be in there snug. You don't want to be riding down the road and lose one of these. That'll do it. Next, we're going to go ahead and get into, we're going to go ahead and put the bulb back on. Then we're going to swap out the air idle adjustment screw. Okay, the jets are installed, the bulb's back on. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this little air idle mixture screw. I don't know if you guys can see it up in there or not. Okay, there's that one with its spring. Okay, quick battery change there on the old GoPro, and we're back. Got the new screw in, and like I was saying, this makes life so much easier when you're trying to tune these things in. I go ahead and I paint a little line on it there, so I can tell how many turns I've got when I am tuning in the carburetor. But we're going to let that paint dry a little bit, then we're going to come back and get this thing back on the motorcycle. Alright everybody, we got it in place. It was kind of a struggle with the choke cables there. See that? I figured I'd give this a try with this carburetor, seeing as it's got this place here for you to mount the choke cable to. But the problem is, when I was putting it in, I had other two choke cables. I had them threaded in snug but not over tight, but squeezing that thing in there, it just kept popping these cables off. I went through two of those so far. Actually, the one I got on there is the one from the original carburetor, believe it or not. It threaded in pretty good, so we're going to give that a go. I was really unsure about the new intake and everything with clearance for these bolts here on the side. And of course, when we do run the gas line, it's right there behind the choke cable. So the brighter side is the new intake did come in, just unwrapped it, and there it is. It's pretty cool, guys. I do like that a lot. But let me go ahead and get into this, see what it takes to put this thing on. Alright, there it is. The new air intake, air filter, Heo motors. It came directly from Amazon, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Most of these parts have. It's pretty heavy duty though, guys. I think I like it. Let's go ahead and get into putting this in. It was a little bit more than others, yes. It's not the cheapest Amazon special in the world, but it's pretty quality, heavy duty stuff. Let me go ahead and get into putting this thing on. Alright, so we got the filter in place here. We're working on getting all these bolts in all the way around. Let me go ahead and show you guys the instructions that this came with. And that is pretty much it. That's really it, y'all. I would just suggest taking your time. Got to get these spacers in between. I've got this one on the top started and one down here on the bottom started. Kind of help the process along a little bit. Like I said, just take your time, guys. No rushes with things like this. We'll just repeat this process 5 times. We'll get them all started and then we'll go around and make them all snug. We get the last one started here. Alright, we got that one started. I'm just going to go around, try to evenly tighten them. Get that one a little snug, then we'll go down here to the bottom one. Just kind of crisscross them. Okay, that one stopped. We'll go over here to this one. We'll go back to this one. From here we'll just go around the circle. That one's tight. That one's tight. There we go. And the last one. Alright. That is it for that part of the deal, fellas. We did not go ahead and I did not hook up the gas line yet, just simply because I've still got to do the petcock. It's on the other side, and I've got some gas in the tank I got to drain out and take a look at it. If it's what I think it is, I'm probably going to have to take the tank off and rinse it out real good. So we'll get back to running the fuel line. That's pretty much all we have left to do here is run the fuel line. So we're pretty good on this side. Let's jump over to the other side and see if we could drain this gas out. Take a look, see what it looks like. Alright. That is good looking on there though, I must admit. Okay, we're here on the other side of the bike now. At the petcock there. It is up here behind my horn cover, my skull. That was another new addition. Let's go ahead and open this up and see what happens. Well, there it goes. Going pretty good. Probably go ahead and turn it all the way on reserve. Get it all out from the bottom there too, hopefully. Shouldn't be too much gas in here, guys. I didn't really fill it up too full last time. And yes, I did just recently have this all apart. About a year ago when I started reviving this thing, life happens, guys. I had some things come up, but I started making a video on replacing the starter, so it does have a new starter. It does have a new rectifier up there. What else? New solenoid, a new starter relay switch under the seat. Yeah, all that's pretty much new. Uh-oh, we almost lost the gas there. So far, I don't see a whole lot in the bottom. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, like I was saying, I started a video on that, on the starter, and I just, life happened. One day I came out here and decided I had enough and went ahead and threw it on there, and then I went through the carburetor and I cleaned out the gas tank and all that, and then some more things happened in life, and it got set on the back burner again. And then here recently I did flush out the tank again. This is the newer tank. But yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, I think we're hitting bottom now. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. Okay. So far, not so bad, guys. I'm not going to bore you with this part. I'll get back to you and let you see what settles to the bottom of this container. Alright, the verdict's in. It is not good. We've got rust out of the gas that was in the gas tank there. Let it all settle, and that's pretty rusty. So we went ahead and pulled the tank, pulled the petcock off, and we found more rust. So I don't know if you got, yeah, there you go. That's pretty bad, guys. Well, I've seen worse, but we're gonna have to go ahead and flush out the tank now. Alright, guys, so I found a little bit more rust than I like in the gas tank. Obviously it's off. Just want to give you guys a better look at the new intake filter and carburetor there. It's pretty fancy stuff. I'm dying to see how it works. But yep, there you go. Got the gas tank over here soaking full of vinegar. We're gonna go ahead and let it sit tonight. Try to rinse it out in the morning, I guess. Be another day. 2 hours of this just to dry out the tank. Alright, we got the tank all rinsed out, dried out, ready to put the petcock in. Well, that was a little bit of a process, but there it is, all put back together. Gonna take me a minute to get used to the new look, but I'll put y'all down right here. We'll see what it do. Hell yeah. Alright guys, here we go. Little test trip around the block. It's probably been about 2 years since I've actually ridden this thing. That's one thing, guys. There's no front fender on this, and it was raining earlier today, so I am catching some shrapnel to the face hole, but I'll be alright. It's all worth it. There's definitely not a butt stopper on the seat, guys. I almost came out of the seat. I would say that is mission successful, everybody. I can't tell you how damn happy I am right now. I love this motorcycle. I'm not gonna lie, guys, that was pretty damn sweet. I just cranked that hog all the way around the block. It was flawless. Love it. Yep, one more thing. Another Amazon find. Got these guys from Amazon. Pretty cool. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Catch you next time.